Well, good morning, everybody. It's a wonderful day in West Virginia. I hope it is wherever you're calling home today. I always enjoy our Monday sharing of thoughts with each other. It just makes my week start off on such a positive framework. And this week is no exception. I Every day I seem to learn something new, think about something in a different way, try to grow a little bit in understanding about what my purpose in life is. And in general, uh, progress in my journey of life. This day is no different. Over the weekend, I had a conversation with a dear friend of mine who has been a friend for many, many years, concerning the subject we're going to talk briefly about today, and that is the giving and receiving of gifts. And I have to be honest with you and tell you that this is something I really struggle with on a lot of levels. First of all, I'm at the point in my life now where I'm trying to, dare I say, declutter my home and get ready to downsize. As life evolves, I find that something that is meaningful to me and that I'm enjoying doing. Also, I've always struggled with being the recipient of a gift. Don't ask me why. There are probably a lot of reasons. Some of them I understand on a fairly solid level. Others I wonder, why do I resist so hard? And I love to give gifts. I don't know if you're like me, but I would much be happier on the giving end than I am on the receiving end. And uh, I've always wondered about that and given it some thought. What I have not spent a lot of thought doing, though, is thinking about the other person in the relationship because gifting is not solo. Gifting involves at least two people, sometimes more than two, but at least two people. And exactly what is the dynamic there? Gifting is a practice as old as civilization itself. It encompasses much more than the exchange of items. It carries some deep psychological implications and serves a multitude of social functions as well. Understanding the psychology behind gifting can enrich our appreciation of this pretty much universal human behavior, revealing its roots in emotional expression, social bonding, and cultural practices. I'm sure that many of you have been in all different kinds of situations involving the process of gifting. Uh, First of all, it's very often an expression of some emotion. Gift giving is a vehicle in a way to say, I love you, I appreciate you, I'm grateful for you, or I'm so sorry. I feel your distress and your pain. By selecting a gift, a lot of times the giver thinks deeply about what the recipient likes, values, needs. Um, and wants to demonstrate a level of attentiveness and care and awareness. Uh, this emotional challenge can strengthen relationships by showing the recipient of the gift that they are valued and understood. I like to do that. That makes me happy. I like to be giving that gift to somebody. Uh, Also, it can be sort of a reference at its core in cementing some type of a social bond. There are all kinds of studies that suggest that many cultures, the act of giving creates and sustains all kinds of social networks and hierarchies. Like, you would go to see the king or the queen or the president or someone important, maybe within your community, and you would bring a gift as a tradition in visiting that dignitary, if you will. In personal relationships, it again it reinforces connections and mutual respect and regard. In a professional or wider community context, gifts can act as a form of sort of a social adhesion, enhancing cooperation and sort of bringing the group together. Charitable gifts, in particular, can act as peace offerings or gestures of goodwill, mending rifts and soothing over conflicts. Uh, by donating to a cause we care about, like TOPS and helping people live their healthiest lives, as a giver, we demonstrate thoughtfulness and respect, creating a positive interaction that can help strengthen our relationship far beyond the token gift that we may be presenting as representing of how much we really do care. It's a form of communication. It can convey a message that words may not suffice. Through gifts, we can show respect, loyalty, allegiance. Giving a book is a way sometimes of expressing our appreciation of the other person's intellect and interest. Giving a homemade item might communicate sort of a personal affection of taking the time to make this for the other person. Each gift carries layers of meaning depending on the context of the relationship and the occasion. Gifting can also enhance psychological well-being. Boy, did we ever log into a very powerful token when the world first began giving gifts to each other. Psychological studies have shown that giving can boost the giver's happiness more than the receiver's, and I find that's true to me. I love to give gifts. It really does make me happy. I think the term that they use in psychology is called the helper's high, and it's an actual neurochemical change that occurs when performing acts of generosity, like giving gifts. Giving can even decrease stress. It can increase the feeling of satisfaction and maybe even lengthen your life. I mean, what a great reason to give a gift. Personal identity and social status also come into play sometimes. They can allow people to reflect on their own self-image and how they wish to be perceived by others. Additionally, in some societies, what one gives and how one gives it can signify social status and prestige. In some cultures, it's the lavishness or the thoughtfulness of a gift that can project things like power, influence, personal wealth, or conversely, warmth and sincerity. You know, I think you've seen examples of that where, visiting dignitaries go from one country to another and bring with them lavish gifts from one country to the other. And then you get still one of my very favorite gifts that I've received in my entire life, a finger-painted star that was cut out by a 4-year-old child and given to you as an expression of love. I mean, each gift is significant to the giver and also to the recipient. There's, sometimes it's culturally significant. There are all kinds of rules and rituals for big fancy gift giving ceremonies. And these rituals and ceremonies have, really deep governmental, spiritual, communal meanings attached to them. Understanding what the culture may interpret is important when you're giving gifts in those types of situations. Fortunately, or maybe unfortunately, I'm not sure, but I've never had the opportunity to give that type of gift, but I can understand uh, that it could be uh, a very significant activity that had to have with it a lot more thought than just the actual gift itself. Uh, Gifting is a fundamental human activity that fosters emotional expression, social and cultural continuity. Through gifts, we can navigate a lot of complex social waters and express a range of emotions and intentions that might be difficult to say out loud otherwise. Gifting can impact relationships. The impact of gifting can be profound. It can be seen as a peace offering, a way to mend rifts and smoothing over conflicts. It can mark milestones and celebrations, reinforcing shared joy and significance of life events among family and friends and colleagues. In romantic relationships, gifts can play a role in courting and signaling commitment and affection. Thus, the practice of gifting is actually woven into the fabric of our everyday human interaction. And it does play a vital role in all stages of relationships. Um, personal development and learning, engaging in gifting, can also be a journey when you look at it from a personal perspective in growth and learning. It challenges us as individuals to think about others' needs and desires. It helps us learn to foster empathy and compassion. For children, learning about gifting is an integral part of social development. It teaches them about generosity, about thoughtfulness, and the joy of making someone else happy. As such, gifting is not just about the physical item exchanged, but about the development of deeper emotional and social intelligence. And that's, I guess, why I want to talk about this topic today, because what I have realized with my conversation with my friend and having stepped back from it and given it some thought, given myself time to reflect on it, by not wishing to be a recipient of a gift, I'm denying my friend the joy that I feel when I have the opportunity to give with a glad heart. Uh, that's not fair. I need to be willing to open myself up uh, to receive all that others would share with me in our life journey together if I am going to benefit to the max from our interaction. Not only do I sell my friend short, I sell myself short as well. And this came to me in a casual conversation that I don't even think she realized when we were talking how it was banging against the back of my brain and said, "Wake up, Barbara. Are you being selfish? Because you don't want to be a recipient, for whatever reasons in your brain. Why are you so reluctant to be on the receiving end of largesse? Why are you not happy as a recipient like you are when you are a giver?" I'm going to have to think about this a lot more because there's a lot in there that I need to unpack and unfold. Uh, but I know that from here on out, I will no longer say the words to my friend, "Please don't give me anything." Uh, I really will. It's not a matter of whether I want or need it or would appreciate it or wouldn't appreciate it. If you want to give somebody else a gift, you should have the right to be able to do that. And who am I to say to you, no, you can't do that in this circumstance? No, I won't be willing to receive the expression of caring concern that this gift represents to you. Um, just sharing my thoughts today about the psychology behind gifting. It's complex, I have discovered, and touches on so many aspects of human behavior, including emotions, social dynamics, personal identity, and even cultural practices. Yeah, in the South, where I live, we have an expression that you don't know a person until you break bread with them. And the gift of sharing a meal where I live is very, very important. And there are all kinds of traditions surrounding the gifting of food to each other in all kinds of occasions. Uh, it's not about necessarily, are you hungry? It's about so much more than that. And, food is one of those issues that we sometimes cloud and have trouble uh, articulating clearly our relationship with food. And that runs into this discussion as well, whether it's something simple and homemade or an extravagant gesture. Each act of giving is imbued with layers of meaning that reflect and shape all of our relationships. And I think for me, I come to understand that I need to develop an understanding of the deeper motivation behind why we are giving. And we can approach gifting more thoughtfully and enrich our interactions with others, making each gift truly more meaningful. So, with that thought, the gift I have to give to you today, and I hope you will receive it, is that of a smile to express my delight in sharing time with you once again, and my thanks and gratitude for being there for me in this incredible journey that all of us are on throughout our lives together. Have a great one. Talk to you later. Bye for now.